Right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the first ever episode of Hit and Run Fishing. My name is John. I'm rock fishing right now. It's Saturday night, it's blowing a hoolie. This is what I do. I hit a couple of hours, it's just after high water now. I'm hoping for a conger, we shall see though. I fish for a few hours and I go home and that's it. Hit it hard and run. The weather is not on our side, as you might be able to hear in the background. It's blowing a 40 mile an hour southwesterly. The tide is one of the biggest of the year and I'm not on an ideal mark for it, but I will give it a crack anyway. I'm using heavy rods, heavy reels, heavy lines, big baits. That is a lump of English squid and a load of razorfish lash to it, all I could get from Morrison's on the way. Like I said, hit and run because I didn't have any bait, apart from a couple in the freezer, but they're here anyway. And I got a slackline bite on my left hand rod. I've got to go. Right, back to it. We had a undulate ray on the left hand rod, but unfortunately I couldn't get it up that cliff. Double figures I reckon, but never mind. Anyway, back to how we do this. We have a lead, right bottom, an imp, 150 pound line. Go down a single 8-0 hook, baited with, that is, get this right, a 8-0 big mouth extra with a massive lump of English squid and some razorfish. Trying for either ray, conger, coddies. Left hand rod just nodded again. That's got a full cuttlefish on it. Rod just swapped over this time. Now the cuttle's on the left, the squid's on the right. It is rough as rats. The water's well coloured. They're both sort of pulling round. Oh my lord. Bring it on. It's just after high water. Tide's starting to ebb. Yeah, let's have it. We're still here, still fishing. There is a bit of movement on my right hand rod now. I don't have a tripod or any GoPros as anything like that yet. Like I said, this is the first video of it. We're coming up to the biggest tide of this set of the springs. Not the biggest tide of the year, I'm afraid. Like I said, it is manky when I get out from behind this rock. It's blowing a hoolie. I have lost a double figure undulate just now, unfortunately. It seems to have gone a little quiet, but that's never a bad thing. There is something knocking on the right, but that's got a whole cuttle on it at the moment, so that can knock away till it swallows the hook. I reckon that's a rocklin or some kelp. So, yeah. In these videos you may guess I'm on rocks or I'm on shingle, wherever I am. I'm not giving away marks, just the marks I fish are very small and it's taken me a while to find them. But I will show you some fish. If you know where I am, you know where I am by either knowing me or what's around me. At the moment I'm surrounded by rocks and possibly a fox, or sounds like things. There's a fox up there staring at me. Go around here, nothing. Oh, there's a little fox up there screeching away. Little fucking spooky bastard. Never mind. Yeah, here we are. See what we can get. Come on. Right then, here I am. I'm about to bait up excuse the light, it's dark, cuttlefish. Right, it's very simple. Rip the back out, right over the cliff. Peel the skin off, let some more stink out. That's quite a big one. It's quite a big bait for me, so I'm going to cut that in half. Interesting scissors. Straight through the middle. Between the eyes, for the ink sac. This is about to get very horrible. Right. Single 8-0 hook. Half a cuttle. Down through its head. Head's a tough bit. Hook through that. Line it up. Find your elastic. Start winding. Aiming to make a cigar out of it. I use single hooks. I'm in the rough ground. I see no point in using panels. It's just an extra thing to snag. And I'm fishing through kelp and rock. And God knows what else out there. Probably old lost lobster pots. Right. I'm using a 150 pound trace. Some single 8.0. I think these are very nice. Big mouth extras. Great hooks. But you do lose the point on the rocks sometimes. So if you lose the point on the rocks, you change it. There's no messing around with it. This one, as you can see, is bent out. I lost the double undulate ray on this, and the point has been hit on the rock on the way in as well. Bent right over. Absolutely useless. Nice big, fresh bait, and a lovely hook. One hook is all it needs. It's only casting about 80 yards. Right, now I'll try and turn my camera off with this. Lovely. Right then, been down about 2.5 hours, just lost the one big fish. I've had a couple of baits twizzled up by the small eels, or brocklin, whichever. Oh, that's the knock. Hope I got that on camera then. Not like a brocklin yank, but hey ho, we'll find out in a minute, I hope. Yeah, I've done one bait up for you guys with coal. It's the same with a big squid, just lash it down the middle, lash it on. It's not complete rocket science because I'm not aiming for big distances tonight. Sort of like 80, 90 yards, plenty here. Especially the ground I'm fishing over because it is rough and it's kelpy. I got a big ledge at about 60 yards, I think, 60, 80 yards. Something like that. We shall see. Cruise ship out in the distance over there. I can just pick that up on the camera, probably not. There's another one over there, and there's a flashing buoy over there. Back to the rod tips. The rattle, a yank. Nothing looking that fishy. I reckon that rattling is possibly a small conger spinning, trying to rip that cuttlefish off the hook. Because we get a lot of bootlace eels at the moment. Bootlace straps, tiny little things, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, even not the smaller. Yeah, they just destroy your rigs. 150 pound line, spin it up, crack it off. Nightmare. I'm not using wire though because I hate it. I hate wire unless I'm tope fishing. It's too late in the year for that now. Maybe might have a crack if the weather actually bucks up a little bit. But for my little hit and run fishing on the rocks where I am, might do a little bit on Chesil. That's just round the corner from me. That's where I am now. On a big lump of rock. Some more rocks over there. There's rocks over there. I'm surrounded by rocks. I love rock fishing. Ooh, there's a tug on the left. Could be a wave. Looks a bit wavy. The bites have dried up. I've only been fishing this mark. Well, I fished it a couple of days ago. Managed to catch the small eels. Back again tonight. Lost that one fish. I'm just trying to get it all sussed out again. It's been a few years since I've been on the rocks majorly. This winter it is all the hit and runs. No more than about 4 hours fishing, probably 4 or 5 hours at the most. Yeah, I'm going to prove to you guys you don't sit on the beach for hours and hours on end just trying to catch one fish. It can be done. That undulate was first chuck, so I got it right. Anyway, you want to see me again if we're catching fish?